What's up, Hoops Talk Central family? It's your boy back with another Unrivaled Basketball weekend recap, and let me tell you, the Friday and Saturday night matchups did not disappoint. Mist versus Phantom, Laces versus Vinyl, Mist versus Rose, and Lunar Owls versus Phantom. The hits just kept on coming, packed with action, drama, and jaw-dropping performances. And wait until you hear about Napheesa Collier's jaw-dropping 37-point game and Lexie Hull's unreal production. 19 points in just 10 minutes. You won't believe how these players stepped up this weekend. So buckle up because we're diving into the highlights, the struggles, and everything in between from these epic showdowns. Before we get started, you know the deal. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and help us reach our goal of 500 subscribers by the end of the month. Your support keeps this channel growing and lets me keep bringing you more women's basketball content. Let's build something special here. All right, let's get into it. All right, first up, Mist versus Phantom. This game was a roller coaster, y'all. The final score, Phantom 74, Mist 69. Phantom came out on top thanks to some big-time performances, but let's not act like this was a cakewalk for them. Oh, and by the way, the Phantom was shorthanded because Sabrina was in Paris due to prior commitments. The league clearly knew about this beforehand when they signed her, but still wild, right? Like, who leaves mid-season when your team could really use your scoring? I get it, it was all agreed upon, but it's not a great look if you ask me. Sabrina has been their only consistent offensive threat, but nonetheless, here we are. Other players were able to step up and deliver in her absence. Let's start with Brittany Griner. My goodness, she was unstoppable. 29 points on 14 of 18 shooting and 9 rebounds. That's MVP caliber stuff right there. She owned the paint on both ends, making it look way too easy. And shout out to Satou Sabally, who also dropped 29 points with 5 threes. Her shooting was clutch when the team needed it most. But y'all, her defense, still a problem. The missed forwards were giving her the business at times, and it's clear that's something she'll need to clean up moving forward. Plus, Satou getting in foul trouble is still an issue. She's got to figure out how to defend without fouling because her team needs her on the court to keep the offense flowing. Satou, we see you out there dropping buckets and making plays. 29 points and 5 threes? That's elite. But seriously, girl, let's work on keeping you out of foul trouble because your team needs you on the court. You're too good to spend that much time on the bench. Speaking of team stats, Phantom's shooting was phenomenal. They hit 54.4% from the field and knocked down 35.7% of their threes. But their 8 turnovers kept the Mist in the game longer than they should have. And let's not overlook their 18 assists. That ball movement was crisp, and it's a big reason why they got the win. However, their 8 turnovers kept the game closer than it needed to be. Those giveaways combined with the Mist's hustle on the boards, 29 total rebounds for Mist compared to 28 for Phantom, made this a tighter matchup. On the Mist side, Brianna Stewart put on another show with 27 points and 11 rebounds. Stewie is just a walking double-double machine at this point. And can we talk about Rickea Jackson? She quietly had 24 points on 10 of 21 shooting. Rickea was out there working, finding her spots, hitting tough shots, and keeping the Mist in the game. Courtney Vandersloot chipped in with 8 points and 4 assists, but her shooting woes, 3 of 12, really held them back. And those turnovers, 7 for the Mist compared to Phantom's 8. Not terrible, but those missed opportunities added up, especially in a game as close as this. If a big takeaway, Phantom's offense is looking elite, but the defense still leaves a lot to be desired. Satou can't just get buckets, she's gotta stop them too. And for the Mist, it's all about finding consistency. Stewie and Rickea can't do it all, and they need more help from the supporting cast, especially in crunch time. Now let's talk about the second matchup, Laces versus Vinyl. Final score, Laces 83, Vinyl 79. This one was a nail-biter, and both teams left it all on the court. For the Laces, Kayla McBride was the star of the night with 22 points on 7 of 14 shooting. She was efficient, clutch, and just straight up reliable. And let's not forget her game winner, a ridiculous spin move layup that had everyone in the arena on their feet. Talk about ice in her veins. But the real MVP of this game, Alyssa Thomas, double-double alert. She had 14 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists. Thomas is the glue that holds this team together. Her energy, her hustle, and her leadership were on full display. Unfortunately, Alyssa had to leave the game after a collision with Ryan Howard, and let's hope she's okay and good to go for the next game because the Laces need her presence on the court. Tiffany Hayes also had herself a game with 26 points on 11 and 19 shooting. She's been quietly consistent this season, and it's clear she's a key piece for the Laces' success. And Kate Martin? Y'all, she's not just contributing, she's thriving. 11 points, hustle plays on defense, and a confidence that's growing with every game. Kate even hit a clutch 3 at a pivotal moment, showing she's not afraid of the big stage. Plus, she's doing all the little things, diving for loose balls, making key stops, and even out-hustling some of Vinell's best players. At one point, she not only stopped a fast break, but hit Aaliyah Boston with a nasty step-back 3 right in her face. That's how you get it done on both ends, Kate. We see you. On the Vinyl side, De'Arika Hamby continues to shine. 18 points, 8 rebounds, and a presence that's felt on every possession. Ryan Howard added 16 points and 4 assists, and Arike Ogunbowale matched her with 16 of her own. But the turnovers, 7 of them, hurt Vinyl in critical moments and took away chances to capitalize on their solid shooting night. They also got out-rebounded 32-25, which is never a recipe for success. Their shooting splits 54.2% from the field and 42.9% from 3 was solid, but those missed opportunities on the boards and key possessions made the difference. Big takeaway? The Laces are proving they're a complete team. They've got depth, they've got defense, and they've got players stepping up when it matters most. Vinyl, on the other hand, has all the firepower in the world, but they've got to tighten up their execution. Those turnovers and the lack of second chance opportunities are things they'll need to address to stay competitive. Let's move to Saturday's first game. Mist versus Rose. Final score, Rose 71, Mist 66. Honestly, watching the Mist at this point is starting to get a little embarrassing. It's like Stewie is the only one who shows up consistently, and being winless after 4 games is just wild. Lexie Hull was the breakout star of the night, and let's talk about it. 19 points on an insane 8 of 11 shooting in just 10 minutes. That's absolutely absurd efficiency. Honestly, how do you not give Lexie more minutes after a performance like that? If I'm the coach, I'm rethinking that rotation because benching her in their last game against the Lunar Owls is starting to look crazy. Hopefully she gets the playing time she's clearly earned moving forward. Azure Stevens also showed up big time with 16 points and a dominant inside presence. The duo was the difference maker in this gritty win. Chelsea Gray has 6 assists to go along with 12 points. She's the ultimate floor general and had the offense clicking when it mattered most. And oh, let's not forget she hit the game winner too. Talk about stepping up in the clutch. For the Mist, Stewie continued to be Stewie with another 20 points and 9 rebounds. She's relentless, but man, does she need more help. Rickett Jackson was solid with 10 points, but the Mist's 18.2% shooting from deep is killing them. They've got to figure out that outside shot if they want to win these tight games. Their 10 turnovers also didn't help, as they handed the Rose extra possessions at key moments. Biggest takeaway? The Rose are figuring it out, and Lexie and Azure's rise is fun to watch. But the Mist need to address their glaring issues fast. Finally, let's talk about Lunar Owls versus Phantom. Final score, Lunar Owls 82, Phantom 58. Y'all, Napheesa Collier, or what can we even say anymore? 37 points, 18 rebounds, and 5 threes. She wasn't just playing basketball, she was out there cooking everybody in her way. Seriously, Phantom defenders probably need ice packs after the way she dismantled them. And y'all, she did this in 18 minutes. Let that sink in. 37 points in just 18 minutes. That's absurd and feels like some video game level dominance. Alicia Gray was her partner in crime with 21 points and 5 assists. And Skylar Diggins-Smith added a smooth 16. This Lunar Owl squad is terrifying when they're firing on all cylinders. Phantom, on the other hand, had a rough night. Satou led the way with 19 points. But the 9 turnovers and lack of defensive effort doomed them, giving the Lunar Owls way too many extra chances to extend their lead. Natisha Heidemann at 18, but it just wasn't enough. And you've got to wonder, how does Phantom bounce back after this? Their shooting and lack of playmaking were big time issues, and they'll need to figure that out fast. biggest takeaway? Napheesa is unstoppable, period. I think she's clearly the MVP of the league right now, and it's not even close. The way she's dominating is unmatched, but we'll see if she can keep this level of performance up for the rest of the season. And Phantom's got some serious work to do if they want to keep up with the league's top teams. And that's a wrap on this weekend's Unrivaled recap. What do y'all think about Napheesa Collier's insane performance? Is there anyone in the league who can slow her down right now? And who else do you think stood out this weekend? Maybe Lexie Hull or Satou Sabally? And how about Kate Martin's impressive consistency so far this season in Unrivaled? She's been putting in work. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow Hoops fans. We're building something special here, and your support helps me keep bringing you more women's basketball content. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all next time on Hoops Talk Central. Peace!